I don't understand. You're telling me that Morgan is dangerous? And it has something to do with Ridge?
You can come back for the rest of these slides tomorrow.
Giovanni, I hate to say this, but these pictures just don't grab me. Kimberly, you look beautiful, but something's just not working.
I know. That's why I brought in these extra lights, just to capture the feel of the hot sun on the beach, but it didn't work. It still doesn't look like the real thing.
Well, I guess that's the answer then. These pictures need to be taken outdoors to get the full effect.
They need to make people really want to be on the beach.
So where do we go to do that? Down San Diego way?
Yeah, what about La Jolla? There's long stretches of beaches there. They have the tide pools with little coves.
Oh, what about the cliffs at Point Doom? That's nearby. Thorne, remember the beautiful sunset we saw there?
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. It was so...
Romantic.
Well, good. Let's do that then. Let's get started.
Eric, if I may, I have an idea. I know a beach that is like nothing you ever seen before. It's on an island, a secluded island off the coast. The water over there is so clear, and it's the most amazing color. The sand is so white and fine. When the sun sets over the water, you think the whole sea has just burst into flames. It's breathtaking. It's unbelievable. You don't like it? Okay, relax. We can do Santa Monica.
No.
You know what, Giovanni?
Actually,
That sounds great.
really great.
Sounds perfect.
Great.
Sounds perfect.
Pretty good, yeah.
Mother, I think you're overreacting.
I hope I am. But if Morgan is responsible for Clarke being in the hospital...
Then we're talking about attempted murder.
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, you and I are partially responsible because we are the ones that insisted she not tell anyone, aren't we?
You're right. It was a mistake on my part.
I know you were just trying to protect my marriage.
God, why did I ever trust that woman?
Well, all of that doesn't really matter now because tomorrow night at this time, Taylor's gonna know everything.
Have you thought about her reaction?
That's all I've thought about, Mother, ever since the moment I found out Morgan was pregnant.
What about Morgan's reaction?
Morgan can go to hell.
Oh, honey, you can't ignore her. I'm telling you, she's a real threat.
Well, that's one thing you and I don't really see the same way.
Ridge, she's obsessed with you. When Taylor finds out about the baby, that will be the end of their friendship. She's not going to allow you to be anywhere near that baby, much less Morgan. And Morgan isn't going to stand for that. I think she'll do something. I'm just worried that she'll do something drastic, like I believe she did to Clarke.
Calm down, or the nurse will throw me out again. What? What are you looking at? Morgan!
Hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. So how's the patient? What is it, Clarke? You were trying to say something? What is it you were trying to tell Taylor? What's he been saying? Anything that makes any sense?
I'm not really sure. He said something about you being dangerous. Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
I see. So it's me now.
What do you mean?
Well, earlier he said that Sally was trying to kill him.
Sally?
Yeah, and then he said a nurse came in here and tried to turn off his ventilator. Taylor, I'm so glad you came by here. I was gonna call you. I mean, he's just gotten completely paranoid.
Is that true, Clarke? Do you really think people are trying to kill you? Okay, all right, calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Taylor, please, you've got to help him. I mean, obviously, he thinks that none of us care about him and he doesn't trust us. I mean, even me. And I'm his closest friend. I mean, it scares me how delusional he's getting.
Well, he has been through something pretty traumatic. I would say being attacked by a giant python would be terrifying. Still, that would be a really extreme reaction.
Well, whatever it is, he's completely irrational. And he's lost all sense of reality. Giovanni, this place sounds wonderful for a shoot. How'd you hear about it?
Well, the people who own the island have been friends of mine for so many years, and they always told me I could shoot there under one condition. I cannot disclose the location. So I wanted to save it for something really special, and I think this is it.
Well, it sounds too good to pass up. Let's get moving on this right away.
I'll set everything up, but I think we should take as few people as possible for security reasons.
All right, good. Just you and Kimberly and a minimal crew.
And Thorne.
No, I don't think so, Giovanni. You guys can handle that without me.
No, Thorne, I want you there. No one makes Kimberly come alive in front of a camera the way you do. It will make all the difference.
He's right, Thorne. You should go. This shoot is too important.
All right, then, it's settled. Come on, let's get on it. Giovanni, come on.
Okay.
I'd like to see that.
Morgan is not gonna mess with my wife. I'm not gonna let that happen.
And how do you plan on protecting her if Taylor throws you out of the house?
I'm gonna try my damnedest to help her understand.
Ridge, you're about to tell her something she's totally unprepared for. You have no idea how she's going to react. I know you don't agree with me, but I'm telling you, Morgan is a real threat. So, how do you plan on dealing with it?
All right, I'll talk with Morgan.
Well, she's not going to admit to you she's responsible for what happened to Clarke.
Morgan in here?
No, she left earlier.
What are the two of you doing in here?
Mother feels Morgan may be responsible for what happened to Clarke.
What?
She was very angry with him, and I think she tried to kill him.
Why?
Because they weren't getting along?
You don't try to kill somebody you're not getting along with. What is it? What is it you're not telling me?
What I've been telling you for a long time. She's infatuated with Ridge.
Oh, come on, not that again.
It's true.
Why would that cause her to go after Clarke?
That's another issue entirely. The point being that she's capable of violence when she doesn't get what she wants.
I'm not following this.
Mother, why don't you just tell him? She thinks that Morgan could be a threat to Taylor.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Taylor's her best friend.
That's all for show. She hates her. She wants her husband.
Look, I don't want to hear this, all right? Morgan is very, very important to this company, especially right now. The last thing she needs to hear are a bunch of unfounded accusations, Stephanie.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you, Eric. But I'm also not going to just stand by if I think that Taylor's in danger. And in my opinion, she is.
You know, I suspect if we give him a little bit of time here, his anxiety will go away in a couple days.
You know what I think? I think I'm gonna spend a lot of time with him. Just the two of us, you know, so he knows I care about him.
Clarke, what's the matter? Don't you want Morgan to stay here and spend a little time with you?
Dr. Forrester, he's obviously upset. Now, I've already asked you once to leave.
I'm sorry, but I'm really trying to help him.
Help? Have you seen his heart rate? It's dangerously high.
Okay, Clarke, I'll come back later, all right? Morgan? Where did she go?
Kimberly, could you give us a minute, please? I need to talk to Brooke alone.
Sure. You know where to find me.
I really don't want to do this.
Thorne, this isn't about you and me. This is a professional decision.
This is about you and me. And how can you say that you're okay with this?
I have to. I have no choice.
So you're telling me that you're okay that I just go off to some island with Kimberly?
Giovanni's right. Kimberly responds to you, and it shows in the photographs.
I can't believe that you're turning this into a work issue. Look, I love you. And I want to be with you more than anything else in this world. And if you keep pretending that you don't feel the same way, you're kidding yourself. Look me in the eye and tell me that you're okay that I go off to some island with Kimberly. Tell me that you're not going to lie awake at night wondering what's going on down there, Brooke. And then tell me that you can go the rest of your life without my lips ever touching yours. Tell me that you don't dream about us being in bed together. Our bodies so close that we become one. And tell me that when I hold you like this, that your heart is not pounding. Tell me, Brooke. And now tell me that you don't love me.
I can't.
Dr. Battaglia, call extension 198.
Dr. Forrester?
Taylor, thank God I got you.
Stephanie, I can't talk right now. I'm trying to find Morgan, so let me call you back a little bit later, all right?
No, wait a minute. Oh, Taylor. Oh, Taylor, please be careful.
Well, that was a close one, wasn't it? I got here just in time. You were about to tell Taylor everything. What's it gonna take? When are you gonna learn? What more do I have to impress upon you that I mean business? I'm not gonna let you rob my child of his father, of his birthright. No, I'm gonna protect him any way I have to. I have waited too long for this baby, and I'm not gonna let you get in the way. I already warned you, Clarke. I told you if you told Taylor anything, I told you what would happen. You see this button? This button turns off the alarm. You know, the one that calls the nurse when your heart rate accelerates or when there's a malfunction. You see this button right here? This one turns off the whole system. That's right. One little flip of my finger, and the whole system stops. Completely. And that means no air. You know, Clarke, since the alarm is off, well, it might be a long time before anybody comes in here. And of course, if you're lucky, you know, maybe a nurse will wander by and come in, but the way I see it, you haven't been so lucky recently, have you? myself clear. I guess you thought that the big snake was my last trick in the bag. Hardly. See, killer snakes come in all sizes, even little teeny tiny ones that fit in little gift bags. I mean, can you imagine what that would be like? Lying here unable to move. Little teeny tiny venomous snake was slithering around underneath your sheets, and there was nothing you could do about it. And it would be a long time until somebody came in here. Probably not until your sponge bath. Tomorrow afternoon. Yep. That would be a very long time, Clarke. But then again, it would give you some time to think about what I said. You know what? That's what you should do. You should take that time and think about whether or not you want to jeopardize my son's life. Because I'll do anything, Clarke, to defend him and protect him. You sleep well, okay?
I've waited my whole life for somebody like you.
And I'm right here.
But what about my children? Bridget and everything we've been through. What do you want me to do? You want me to sneak around behind her back and have an affair?
No. You tell her.
Thorne, she'll hate me for the rest of her life.
Brooke, she won't, okay? She will work through it. Honey, listen to me. Bridget is a big girl, okay? She is strong. She will handle this. Look, honey, I love her, okay? And I will do anything for her. But you know what? I'll be damned if I'm going to sit around and watch a 16-year-old girl ruin her mother's life because she's hung up on some adolescent emotion. She'll handle it, okay? And Brooke, it is time for you to put your foot down and tell her to grow up.
Thorne, I've made my decision. And it was the most difficult decision I've had to make in my whole life. But I've made it. And I can't turn back now. Thorne. Will you do one last thing for me? Give me one more kiss. One last kiss.